direct your attention to the 50-yard line and please welcome Brian Reese of the Berkeley Electric Cooperative. Brian is here to recognize Ben Britton, who was recently selected to play in the 2023 Touchstone Energy Cooperatives Bowl North versus South All-Star game. This young man will help lead the South All-Stars when they take the field December 9th in Myrtle Beach. Berkeley Electric Cooperative is proud to recognize these All-Stars and proud to support one of the nation's premier All-Star games. Let's show these young men our appreciation and wish them the best of luck as they prepare to participate in the 2023 Touchstone Energy Cooperatives Bowl. Congratulations, Ben Britton.
I'm lit up like a Christmas tree.
I hate huddle. We did nothing. Nothing changed.
We're good up here. Named check. Test 1 2 1 2.
Test.
Yep. Ooh, a little loud, a little hot. Number 3. Yeah, I'm on number 3, Robert. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. There we go. Hello, Robert.
Good.
The Oceanside Land Sharks are limping into Charleston Southern Field to begin their playoff run this year, having lost 2 of their key skill position players last week as the Sharks run out onto the field. They lost their quarterback, Edward Rodbach, for the season. Number 1 going down with a knee injury. And the volume is not right on here. I don't know what just happened here. We got a buzz. Anyway, I'll keep talking. Edward Reidenbach, the quarterback, went out, as did the freshman phenom running back, number 34. And so the Sharks, missing those 2 key players, are tonight facing off against the same team they started the playoffs against last year, and that's the Lee Central Stallions, also known as the Lee County Lizardmen. And this is Robert Brunson here with you tonight, and Chris Wisher. Chris,
Can you hear it here?
what are your thoughts as we begin our playoff run? I cannot hear you. I can see your lips moving, but I can't hear a darn thing you're saying. So we'll try and get that all straight. We're missing Neon Dion tonight, and we're trying to get the technology going as well as possible as the Sharks are lining up out there to receive the initial kickoff. The 4 captains, 2 of them on crutches for the Sharks out there on the field. Finn Johnson, of course, he's been out just about all season, and Edward Reidenbach with his new crutches, and I'm hearing you now.
Okay, there we go.
So how about your thoughts as we get ready to look at this kickoff?
Well, we lost the toss here. The Stallions deferred. We're taking the ball to start the game. Listen, don't let the 4-5 record fool you. They've had a good start to the season. They're on a 3-game lose streak right now, but when we put it to them 41-0 last year, they didn't. Oh boy!
Sharks have a hard time with that opening kickoff, and the Stallions claim they picked it up, and it sure enough looks like that's going to be the case as the Land Sharks come off the field. And what a disastrous start to this first playoff game.
Yeah, not what you want there. What I was trying to say is last year we played them first round of the playoffs. Strangely enough, here won good game 41-0. But that was a young team last year. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores that have moved up in a grade, and these guys are going to come here and try to punch us in the mouth, and they just did on that kickoff.
Parker Stubbs, number 25, was the back who put his hands on it initially. He seemed to bobble it. Another player came in, and somehow the ball slithered out and into the hands of one of those Lee Central players, and now we'll see what the Stallions can do on offense. I see one really big offensive lineman, their center, coming out there. That looks like it's number 72, Tyler Ford.
Looks like they're missing a lineman, and here he comes.
Yeah, somebody coming in late, so that's a little disorganization.
No, he wasn't
54.
ready. He thought he had a couple of plays on the sideline there.
Nikaisi Porter is the late comer. He's the left guard, and this is a handoff to their running back, and he has a nice run, may very well have a first down. Going to be close to it as the ball crosses the 35 down to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 2. Your mic is on. Now you just... So anyway, it looks like a 2nd and 2 here at the Buccaneers field. It's a turf field, very nice stadium, sparsely attended game. I do know the interstate was closed due to an accident because I myself was held up for a while there and just got here as we were about to kick the thing off. And this is a jet sweep to number 3. He comes around the left side, picks up the first down, has it down inside the 25-yard line.
I was worried about you for a little bit because you know what we have to talk about tonight. No football, not football related.
The legendary Lizard Man of Lee County. We'll get a few stories in about that.
Cannot wait.
Apparently, Swish has been down to Bishopville and met the monster at some point, or something like that.
I just kind of did a little research.
God, it smells bad.
Yeah, something stinks up here.
It smells like there's a dead animal up here with us.
Well, it's not me. I did shower today.
So things are a flag on the play is going to stop this first down play. It looks like it's going to be on Lee Central, and it is.
Robert, you remember last year, we're far away from the stadium or from the field, and those Jordan uniforms that we've got that look like sharks with those blue numbers are going to be trouble tonight for us.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to pick up some of those numbers. Fortunately, Swish is able to usually tell you who's in on the play, whether he can see the number or not. It's a freak skill the guy has.
You know what? I didn't smell anything until you said the words "lizard man," and all of a sudden it started to stink.
Oh my goodness! A bad snap, and the quarterback number 5 seemed to fall on it, but all the way back at the 45-yard line. The quarterback is Jacarius Davis on that play. Number 11 running off the field, Demarion Morgan, has been in on just about every play. On that one, he was trying to do a jet sweep end around kind of thing from right to left, and that play never had a chance because that big number 72, the center, flung it over the head of the quarterback.
Looking at 2nd and 30-ish.
Yeah, they're farther back now than they were when they began this drive.
You're right. He did put some pepper on that ball, though, man. He zipped it back there.
Went way up in the air. Quarterback now going to keep this one, only going to pick up a few up to the 40-yard line. That's not going to make much of a dent as number 5, Jacarius Davis on the carry.
Well, I did a little bit of math, Robert. This year, our offense has only given up 11.2 points per game, which not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all, and we may really be reliant on our defense tonight with those key injuries on offense. It'll be interesting to see. We've got young Tanner Swisher, not so young anymore. He's a junior, coming in to take over at quarterback. He's probably going to share time with 1 or 2 others. And the running back position looks like it's going to be by committee, but we're not on offense yet. Let's see what our defense can do here as Lee Central has a third and about a mile. A flag goes down. Number 3 goes down behind the line of scrimmage. That's Nazir Burrows.
Robert, Lee Central.
Penalty declined.
Averaging 19.6 points a game. They're giving up 22-plus points a game. And your Oceanside Land Sharks are just a smidge under 25 points a game. So the numbers stack up for us. That's why you play the game every Friday night, though. So what do we got here?
I can't read the numbers on our deep man. Can you tell me who that is back there?
That's probably Gavin Gaspar, number 8. It is.
Well, the punter takes the snap, puts this one up. Gavin running over to his left, waving everybody off as the ball goes out of bounds just inside the 20. Let's say the line of scrimmage will be on about the 17-yard line. And let's see Tanner Swisher come out here and what he can do. Has not played a lot of quarterback this year, even in blowout games. The coach continued to keep number 1, Edward Rodenbach, in most of the time. So we really don't have, at least I don't have a lot to go on here. But, of course, if you've been following us, you know that Tanner is actually the son of Chris here to my left. So I think Chris has some pretty good insights into his son's skill set as number 0 runs off the field for Leaf Central.
Hard to replace these Edward Reidenbach numbers. 105 out of 172 for 20 yards, 10 touchdowns, 129 yards, rushes for 569 yards, and 11 TDs. Hard to make up that.
Tanner's going to take this one, hand it off to the back, number 22, who crosses the 25-yard line. Good positive yards there on that initial carry. Michael Strickler on the carry for the Land Sharks.
Got a feeling old Tuck Swisher and Cole Strickler are watching tonight. Those two buddies got their little bros in the backfield. They got to feel good about seeing that tonight.
We're going with 2 wideouts and a bunch left formation. Looks like a likely run to the left side as Tanner puts Gaspar in motion, hands it off to his back, who goes right into the middle, sort of on the right side. It was a 2nd and 2 or 3, and it looks like he picked up that Mex 1 first down.
It is a Mex 1 banging first down.
We'll get more enthusiastic as the game goes.
Well, it's a little chilly. I could use a little warm Mex 1 food right now.
So Strickler comes out. We have a different back in there now to the left of Tanner.
It's Logan Hamilton.
At the back?
Yep.
All right, he moves over to the left slot position. 3 guys on the left, 2 on the right. Tanner definitely going to throw it, has plenty of time. Rolls out to his right side, being chased by a couple of really big Stallions, but Tanner picks up 3 or 4, and we'll take that. That'll put the line of scrimmage on the 35-yard line and make it 2nd down and about 6.
I'd like to see a little quick game action here. As Tanner comes off and Trey Brown is in at quarterback now, which is going to be, that's Will Virgilio.
No. There's 2 players in there with Will Virgilio at the quarterback spot. He hands it off, but that back is going nowhere. That was Strickler, number 22.
Yep.
May have lost a little bit on that carry, so now we're going to have a 3rd down, and let's call that, wow, he did lose yardage. It's going to be a 3rd and 10. Loss of 3 on that play.
So I know that Will Virgilio's, we're going to see a package for him. I don't know if it's going to be more running or throwing, but it looks like we got to throw the ball here.
Looks like Will is still out there. Quarterback fakes the handoff, throws it, has a man wide open over on his left side. Logan Hamilton up to the 46-yard line, and a big Mex 1 banging.
First down.
So the Sharks with a couple of first downs on this drive now, moving the ball steadily downfield, getting their feet under them here early in the first quarter. 6:43 to go, no score. This is our first drive of the day. Will hands this one off to the back. He crosses the 50 down to about the 44, maybe the 43-yard line, and that was Strickler again, number 22 on the carry.
Yep, back comes Tanner, and it looks like we're going to see a little bit of a rotation tonight on the quarterbacks, which is good. Tough for this Lee Central team to scout us because they haven't seen us in these formations or these quarterbacks.
And Will Virgilio splits out to the right side over there with 2 other guys, two on the left. Looks like somebody might have come across early, and they did. Whistles blow that play dead, and that should pick us up a first down. Let's see.
I tell you, one of the strategies you'll see tonight is how many times.
It's going to be on us. Sorry, Swish.
Oh.
That's going to move it back 5 yards, and now we're going to look at the 2nd down and 6.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I thought they jumped. Did I miss something?
I thought they jumped too, but the referees called it the other way, and they're closer than we are. So Tanner now in a deep shotgun formation. Will Virgilio coming over there to be in the backfield with him. This is an interesting formation. Will, the running back, takes it. Will Virgilio crossing the 40 to 35, still on his feet all the way to the 31-yard line, and the Sharks have another Mex 1
banging. First down. What I was going to say is I think you're going to see the strategy tonight is to see Will Virgilio is going to be targeted quite a bit. He's going to get a lot of touches. Biggest playmaker that we've got out on the field right now, and so keep our eyes on number 7, Will Leo Virgilio.
Logan Hamilton again in the backfield this time with, I think Will is now at the quarterback spot. 3 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Logan shifted to the right side. Fake handoff. It's Tanner, not Will. Tanner Swisher crosses the 25, and he is crushed at about the 23-yard line, but he picked up 7 or 8 yards on that carry.
Those rugby smashes. That looked like one Scotty from up at Greer. Remember that smash that he took? I think there might, Ron, you were there too. I think there's still a dotted line or a little of a dead body up there. But, yeah, he took a big hit there, but good to see him pop right back up. He's kind of squirrely. He's quick, He's not as thick as Edward. Most quarterbacks are not, but good to see him get back up and go.
So Logan comes back in the backfield. You can tell Coach Chad Wilkes spent a lot of time redesigning his offense. It looks very different this week. Tanner Swisher throws a wide receiver screen, has a man great blocking over on the right side, and I'm not sure who that is, but he's all the way down to the 12-yard line.
That's Neon Dion's kid, Gavin Welch.
Gavin Welch, all right.
With another Mex one.
Banging!
First down.
And wow, that's a lot of first downs here on this drive. Is that 4 we've had? I think that's right.
Well, Mex one's getting their money's worth. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here.
That was Trey Brown getting out there on a huge block.
No, good. Attaboy, Trey.
Trey Brown, number 4, the senior H-back, also has played a lot of running back, but he's a little dinged up.
He was telling me he wants to get back and play some linebacker. That's his. He loves that spot. Hey, let's talk about Edward for a minute. You cannot replace those touchdowns and those yards. Man, the heart and soul of our squad, the senior captain, and man, he's got I talked to him tonight, completely torn ACL, LCL, and half of a meniscus tear.
Oh, wow.
He is going in for surgery next Thursday, and so we hope that he's going to be okay. But man, what a blow to the Land Sharks.
That is a tough injury, and I know it from having been through it with my own son, who was hurt his senior year.
And then while we're talking about those stinking injuries, I'll come back to O'Connor here in a minute.
Okay. Right now they're ready to snap it. One receiver moves around over there on the right side. I think it's Tanner at the quarterback spot. Didn't see what he liked. Tucked it under. Tanner Swisher tries to run, hit hard, pushed back about 5 yards. Then he tries to sort of crawl forward and pick up a little bit more. Let's see where they're going to mark that one down. They didn't give him much of a break. They marked it all the way back at the 14-yard line, and at one point, though, Tanner was at the 11. So
yeah, he got pinballed back pretty hard.
He got hit hard. Tanner's taken a couple of big hits here already. 2nd down and 11 to go. 2 backs in the backfield with Virgilio, I think, now at quarterback. This is going to be hard. A little option. He pitched it back to Trey Brown, number 4, and Trey got it down to the 7-yard line. So we're going to have a 3rd down situation now. Looks like we'll have 4 yards to go in order to pick up yet another first down on this long drive.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot. It's going to be tough on us tonight, Robert. Lots of changes in the backfield.
We'll do our best. I think that's Will now in there. Got to go by body type because can't see the numbers. And touchdown! Land Sharks, Trey Brown in the end zone with the catch from Will Virgilio. No, that wasn't Trey Brown. Who was it?
That was Trey.
No, Trey's running out on the field now, I think.
Now, who was that? Was that Maxie?
Max Mormon.
Max Mormon. Sorry, folks. I could have sworn
that 9
that
looked like
was
a
number
4.
4, yeah.
Well, that was a Mex 1 banging touchdown.
Touchdown!
Man, Will did a great job zipping that ball right there.
He did. That was a very nice play. And our offense, even with new quarterbacks in charge, even with new running backs, as we put the extra point in here, looking pretty good on that first drive after we had a scare early when Lee Central picked up a fumble on the initial kickoff, but then unable to do anything with it. The Sharks, however, with a very efficient and fun-looking drive.
Well, good to put points on the board on the first drive. Lots of first downs, as you said. We chewed clock, too. We're down to the 3.5-minute mark already in the first quarter. And Lee Central's defense didn't look like it had a whole lot of answers for Oceanside's offense. So let's see what they come back out and do here with their second offensive series.
Well, looking at the film, which I guess they have, 3 games of film before this that they are supposed to trade?
2.
It's not going to do them a whole lot of good because this is a completely different offense.
It's going to make it tough to try to key in on 1 or 2 or 3 players because we've got a revolving door in the backfield, which is okay.
Looks like Mahoney is doing the kickoff here. I think that's who that was. Lee Central finally picks it up after it rolls all around at the 10-yard line. Could only get it up to the 15. And so now the Lizard Men are going to have a long way to go here, 85 yards, if they want to put a touchdown on the board. Your score now 7-0, and we've got 3:21 to go on the clock, first quarter. Robert Brunson and Chris Swisher with you here tonight at the Buccaneers, Charleston Southern University's football field. It has a track, obviously, that goes all the way around it. Nice turf surface.
A little chilly out here tonight, Robert.
Just a little bit. I wish I had some of that good chili you brought last week. And this is a handoff to the running back on the left side, but he's met by a bunch of gray uniforms, one of whom is named Miles Robinson.
The missile.
And they bring him down for essentially no gain, maybe just a little bit. Ben Britton also in on that. He's number 54, of course, our senior, who's going to be playing for Army next year. He plays both ways.
I don't know if you saw, he was honored right before the game as being one of our All-Stars that played in the North-South Bowl game up in Myrtle Beach on December 9th, so we're super proud of Big Ben.
That's great for Ben. It sure is. I didn't see that because I was late because of a wreck on the interstate. Anyway, the Lee Central team this time, it's a handoff to the running back who gets it up to about the 20-yard line. And his number is 3, so that's going to be Nazir Burrows. Nazir Burrows. That's not a first name I see a lot. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 4.
We've not seen a pass yet, have we, from them?
I don't think they have thrown it yet. They've done a couple end arounds. They're doing some motion. The quarterback has run it a little bit. They've handed it off a lot for the most part, I'd say. One running back in there now, and they fake the jet sweep. The quarterback keeps it. He's going to have enough for a first down as the quarterback has it up to the 27-yard line.
Like Nate Sturm just had a blowout there of his shoe.
Jaquarius Davis is their quarterback.
They do have a lot of eye candy in the backfield, a lot of misdirection, and then you got I think they're trying to freeze our linebackers and get them to go one way or another, and then they just draw it right up the gut. But a little trickery.
That number 75 they have some really big offensive linemen.
They do.
Number 75 is Taikas Holloman. I hope that's the right pronunciation. Oh, it's a collision in the backfield, and Davis makes his way out of that mess, but unable to pick up any positive yardage as he's surrounded by the Landshark defenders, and now they're going to have a 2nd down and 10.
I think they are tricked themselves there. They did that like Keystone Cop right in the...
It really was. Two running backs in the backfield, and they both seemed to converge on the quarterback as he was taking the snap. So that big offensive line now coming back up as Davis has a double wing formation, hands it off to the right wing, number 6. Oh. He's not going to pick up much, Joseph Anderson. And a flag comes in really late there, Swish.
Yeah, Sawyer Arnold was tangled up with one of the players, and I don't know if one of them threw him down or not, but was it our guy, Buddy, or their guy?
It's going to be a bad penalty if it's against the Sharks, but it's not. They're marching this one off the other way, and now Lee Central is in a deep hole as their line of scrimmage is going to be the 17-yard line. We're less than a minute now, 41 seconds to go in this fast-moving first quarter.
That was quick.
Lots of running, although the Landsharks did throw the ball a little bit, including a touchdown pass from Will Virgilio. And now Davis takes a high snap, keeps it. He faked a handoff end around. He picked up good yardage, but not going to be anywhere close to what they need. So they'll be facing a 3rd down now and around 15 to go.
Another flag on the field there, Roberto.
I didn't know what you were pointing at, but I see it now. So let's see the White Hats walking over to the sideline. It's going to be against Lee Central, I think, because he's asking our coach what he wants to do.
I just saw the Pride saying decline it, whatever it is.
And it was a false start against the offense, and indeed that's declined so that the Lizard Men are now looking at a 3rd down and 15.
Robert, you make me laugh, my man.
That's my mission on every Friday night, Swish. I am your entertainment.
Pretty good at it.
Davis puts a man in motion, fakes it to him. Flag goes down. Davis pressured, throws it, incomplete. That's probably going to be on the offense, but I don't know quite what it will be. The lineman closest to us is the one who threw that flag. He's telling the white hat what happened. And now let's see. They failed to convert on third down, so it's a punting situation unless the penalty's against the Sharks. But no, it's a false start again against the Stallions of Lee Central.
Hey, we've got a new land shark I need to introduce to the world. So Coach Dr. Jay Pryor and his wife Marla had their baby today. Little Ms. Madden Jules. She's 6 pounds, 14 ounces. And she's beautiful, and she's healthy, and Mama's healthy. It's baby number 5 for that crew. Holy moly.
Welcome to the world, young lady. We can't have enough land sharks.
So congratulations to Team Pryor. It is a team, right? 5, they've got 7 on their crew now. Holy cow. So, but happy for them. Just want to say congratulations, and good to be born on a day when hopefully the Sharks can get a playoff win.
Amari Rampassard, number 7, on to do the punting now for the Stallions. Not a very good punt. His last one wasn't so hot either. It does cross the 50-yard line, so the Sharks will be in their own territory, 1st and 10 on the 48, as the first quarter comes to an end here at the Charleston Southern University Buccaneers football field, where the Land Sharks are leading the Stallions from Lee Central by 1 touchdown, 7-0 your score.
I'm in trouble. I haven't read any sponsors yet, so Neon Dion's gone, and all of a sudden it falls to me. So, Mark, do we have our platinum sponsors I can talk about real quickly?
We do.
Excellent. We want to thank the Revere Group, Longshore Boats, Sunbelt Rentals, Fox Audio Video, Carolina Hormone and Healthcare, and the Charleston Adventure Forest and Zip Line. And while we're at it, can I sneak another one in?
Go for it.
How about the gold sponsors? Sandra Patrick with Bradley O'Mara Real Estate, Bumblebee Landscaping. Yeah, good.
That's got to be enough as we see Strickler in there at the running back spot. I think Tanner is back at quarterback. Tell me if I'm wrong. 2 wideouts on the right side, 1 to the left, which means there should be a tight end or H back in there. No, there's 3 wideouts on the right side. Those gray uniforms, man, they just kind of blend into the field.
I know. They're looking a little bit of confusion on the field, but now I think we're set and ready to go here.
Trey Brown, Logan Hamilton, Will Virgilio on the right side, probably Gaspar up on the top of your screen. As Tanner takes it, fakes it, throws it quickly, gets to number 4, Trey Brown. Trey was at the 45, then turned around and ran backwards a little bit. So he regressed after making that catch, and the line of scrimmage looks like it's going to be marked at the 47-yard line. So we'll have a second down, and there was some activity downfield.
Yeah, I believe there's a flag on the 40, right?
Yeah, there Ben Britton and one of the Lee Central. It's a holding call on us, but they were 15 yards away from the play downfield getting after it.
Yeah, they were way back at the 25-yard line or so, out of my field of vision. So we're going to get some yardage marked off against us, I guess. The chains are still showing a 1st and 10. It's not going to be that no matter what happens.
Big Dog, we haven't even acknowledged the Lee Central band that traveled. They're sounding pretty good over there.
I see them. They're not the largest band I've ever seen, but my goodness, they're loud, and we appreciate having them here tonight. We can hear them all the way across the field, so they're making a lot of noise. We're pretty far from where they are here. Press box is behind the track and up on top at the rear of the home stand, so we're far removed from the action, but we can see. So Virgilio? Tanner in at quarterback. The way he stands, I should be able to tell that. Virgilio's the running back. He takes the handoff, goes to the left side, and Will picked up about 5 or so yards. So now we're going to have a third down throwing type situation. I'm sorry, second down. I get confused on these downs with the penalty. Second and about 15 to go. Tanner still in there at quarterback.
I like this matchup here with Virgilio down at the bottom of the field here.
22, the running back. Tanner throws a quick pass over to the left side. I think that's Trey Brown.
Yes.
And Trey picks up a good 5 or 6 yards. So now we'll have a third down. And we've got about 7 to go in order to pick up a first. Sharks leading this game 7-0. Looked really good on our first drive as we send number 17 out there onto the field to give a breather to Trey Brown. And, of course, number 17 is Travis Anderson. 3 wideouts left, 1 right. Tanner takes it, drops, wants to throw. Tanner Swisher going deep downfield, has a man. Great pass. Oh, my goodness. Is that a touchdown?
Give it to him.
Yes, their hands go up, and Tanner Swisher throws a long touchdown pass for the Land Sharks, and there's one proud papa up here on my left. What a great arm he showed there, Chris.
You know what? What I love about that's his buddy Gavin Gaspar, number 8, and those guys have probably thrown that pass 1,000 times on the Park West and Oceanside field. So great chemistry. Threw it to his guy, knew exactly where he was going to be. What a heck of a grab, though. Let's talk more about the catch.
We will in just a minute. Let's see how this PAT works out for the Sharks. Sturm probably doing the kicking, but I can't see his number.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
he puts it up. It's 14-0 your score, and go ahead, Chris.
yeah, kick something good. Mike Jones with a great snap. Tanner's now holding because Reidenbach is out. So he was the backup snapper, and then you're right, that was a good kick by Sturm. But you know what I liked about what Tanner did, typically you want to give yourself some time to make a throw. Sometimes he's quick to pull it, and even pockets collapsing, but I was proud that he hung in there and threw the ball. But man, talk about Gaspar going up top and fighting it off. Pretty good coverage, but holy cow, that was a great throw and catch.
Gavin had a couple of yards on the defensive back, but the DB closed the gap, and it was close and a great catch. But really, I was really impressed by that throw from the young man Tanner Swisher, number 13. And we kick this one off. It's going to go out of the end zone. So the trailing Stallions from Lee Central are now going to take it over on their own 20-yard line. And we get a little message from Dion Welch.
I think he's trying to poke Scotty.
I think he was pleased with that throw and catch.
I'm not sure I missed it totally.
Where is Dion? Is he there must be something really important going on tonight for him not to be here.
I think he's doing his son Logan, some lacrosse action, but
up in Charlotte, I believe.
No.
So Lee Central, quarterback, Davis, oh my goodness. He is wrapped up and thrown down for a loss in the backfield, and I'm guessing that's Ben Britton. Could you tell who that was?
Yeah, that's Ben.
Yeah, Ben Britton, number 54, and I couldn't see his number. I was only going by the ferocity of that hit.
I got to tell you, I love Ben and what he does on the football field, but he was so good to Lulu last week after she sang the song, gave her high fives, said, "You almost made me cry." And that little diva came home smiling ear to ear. So love Big Ben for loving on Lulu Swisher.
Good to hear. 2nd down and 11 now. As the quarterback, Davis, takes the snap, hands it off to number 11. He runs into a brick wall.
That was Cale Gilchrist.
Cale really just stopped him dead in his tracks. Number 11 is Demarion Morgan for the Stallions. 3rd down and 7. And the Stallions have really had trouble moving the ball. We felt pretty good about our defensive matchup against this team. Last year, we also played them in the first game of the playoffs, and it was a bit of a blowout. What was it, 41-0?
It was. Good memory there.
So man in motion, then he stops. Davis, the quarterback, has one running back, and then the man goes in motion again. A little misdirection, handoff, no gain. So now it'll be 4th and 7, and the Stallions are going to have to send their punt team out onto this field. And I'm kind of excited about how this offense is looking tonight so far.
Well, it's really different. And, Edward just carried so much of a load for us, which is okay. Man, when you got a sure thing like Reidenbach, you're going to stick to it all the time. But we've got to be a little bit craftier now. I think you've seen Coach Wilkes, David Moore, putting some new things in, some new wrinkles. So
the punt is a bullet. Gaspar fields it at the 45, has a nifty move or two that gets him right up to the 50-yard line, and that's where the Sharks are going to take it over 1st and 10. Quarterbacks, have been rotating in here a little bit. Tanner has had most of the snaps. He had all of them, I think, on that last drive. But Will Virgilio, number 7, also has taken one or two, and there's a freshman quarterback who might have an opportunity here tonight, but we haven't seen him so far.
Yep, his name is Aiden Manavian. He's got a great arm, very lively arm. Only played limited action early in the year at South Florence, and then he had a boating accident. And
so we've got a wildcat formation going here. No, it's Virgilio in at quarterback.
Yep.
I thought they were going to direct snap it to a running back. There was movement on the line here and a flag. It looked to me like, it was Lee Central that was offsides there. So we'll take those 5 free yards and look at a 1st and 5. 8:07 to go, second quarter, 14-0. Your score here as the Oceanside Land Sharks are opening their playoff season. Right now, Will Virgilio hands it to his back. I think that's number 22, Strickler. He has a next one. Banging. First down. And that'll put the line of scrimmage. Well, I don't know. They're not saying he has a first down. That sure looked like an unquestionable first down to me. And, now the referees are giving the signal. So the Sharks are moving quickly, ready to snap it before the referees have even indicated that they have this first down.
And right on cue, Manavian is now the quarterback.
And he wants to throw it over to the right side. Virgilio, the wide receiver, has it on a bubble screen. He gets down to the 26. Another mix one, banging.
First down.
And Will Virgilio has really been in on a lot of plays here tonight, and I'm so glad to see that. He's an excellent athlete, very difficult to bring down, fast, elusive, plays multiple positions on offense. And hopefully he'll be able to help carry this team on the offense as we move into the playoffs without a couple of our key players. 3 wideouts now on the left side, Will on the right. Quarterback takes it, drops, throws it, has a man, completed it. Very nice pass to the 10-yard line, and it's into the end zone. Who was that, Swish?
Trey Brown.
Trey Brown was not to be denied as he carried a bunch of white jerseys almost to the final 5 yards after that completion from the quarterback.
Aiden Manavian. We talked about he's got a great arm, but got the right route there. Great read. Got Trey Brown on the move, and you can't stop Trey Brown once he gets going.
That's the truth, and I got to say, Aiden Manavian, very impressive on his first drive. We've had 3 quarterbacks come in here. All 3 of them have thrown for a touchdown.
How crazy is that?
Nate Sturm puts it up. It's in. It's good, and it's 21-0, and the Land Sharks showing we've got some depth at that quarterback position as much as we miss number 1, Edward Rodenbach.
Well, heart and soul of the team still, but his presence is huge on the field, even though he's not suited up. And listen, just like Fenn Johnson, let's not forget about old Fenn. He's out there on the cart there, the 50-yard line.
Yep.
A couple of true senior leaders that were missing tremendously, but next man up, stepping up, and guys are getting it done. You know what we missed twice? 2 mix 1, banging touchdowns. So that last touchdown was a mix 1, banging touchdown.
And the one before it was a mix 1, banging touchdown.
There we go. Thank you.
We're scoring so many of them, it's hard to keep track. But don't miss out on the jalapeno queso when you go to mix 1, as our kickoff is bumbled around by number 6, and then he's hit hard, and Lee Central is going to have a long night. Right now they're looking at a 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line and facing 90 yards between them and the blue Buccaneers end zone at the other end of the field.
Maxie Mormon and Miles Robinson in on that smash. They're other than that bobble kickoff we had to start the game, they've not had great field position at all.
No, they really haven't, and they blew, frankly, that first opportunity when they had the ball in our territory after a fumble, but unable to move it. And we've got the box stacked with defenders right now as the handoff goes to the running back, and he's, oh my goodness, he's pushed down right at the 10-yard line. That was number 2, Rico Hickman. I think that's his first carry of the night. We've seen a lot from number 11, Demarion Morgan, the quarterback number 5, Jaquarius Davis. And this team, very much a running football team. I think they've thrown it one time tonight, if that.
One attempt.
And it was incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from their own 10-yard line. Handoff to the end, coming around number 3. He's hit, pushed down, not going anywhere. That's Nazir Burrows, a senior.
Robert, what I like to see, on all that movement, then he puts the brakes on and tries to go north and south, which is fine, but I like to see him try to get it, stretch it to the corner and see if they can get it outside. I mean, they're like, when you look at our defense, we're pretty bunched up, but I don't know, we just got to watch that outside.
Most teams have really tried the edges on us, tried to get to the outside. This one so far not really able to get there. I mean, our defense is really dominating this offensive line right now as the quarterback Davis keeps it in. Oh my gosh, he's hit and brought down. This is fun watching this. Was that Miles?
Yeah, it was Miles.
Number 11, Miles Robinson, the linebacker, in there all over that running back before he could get anything going. And now Lee Central has a 4th down and 8 to go.
You know what we haven't seen a lot this year? We haven't had a whole lot of punt returns or kick returns for big yards.
We haven't. Our special teams has been solid with the kicking game, not spectacular. We haven't done a lot of field goals. Extra points have been pretty much close to 100%. This punt now, though, to our deep man, probably Gaspar, around the 50, crosses the 40 to 35. Flag goes down, and he goes down just inside the 30 at around the 29. But let's see what this flag is going to do to our field position.
I'm going to guess that's a hold coming up here.
That's your likely call, just as we were talking about our special teams. Yes, indeed. Excuse me. Illegal block on the Land Sharks. And so our field position suffers a significant hit. And they're going to move us all the way back to right around the 50-yard line. And, well, they call it the 46. But we are nonetheless in the Stallions territory. And the Sharks, 3 different drives tonight, multiple quarterbacks, 3 different quarterbacks. Each have had a touchdown pass. Much more passing in this game than we normally see. And this looks like the freshman's back in there. He's handed it off. Strickler, number 22, is hit hard, but not until he picks up about 5 yards at the 41-yard line.
Big Dog, who's number 1 for Lee Central? That was a heck of a tackle.
Tavon McFadden, no, that's 0. Khalif Harry is number 1. He's a junior defensive back. And handoff, and the whistles are blowing. Looks like we had a different running back in there that time, 33, Cale Gilchrist. Offsides on the defense, so we're going to pick up 5 cheap yards as we have that freshman quarterback in there now who was very impressive on the last drive. You got to tell me his name again, Swish.
Aiden Manavian. He's number 37 on our roster.
All right,
here.
see, 37 is not a quarterback number. There
Yeah.
we go, and I can't see his number. I got it. Aiden fakes it to, no, Cale Gilchrist. No, it was a fake. Aiden kept it, didn't pick up a whole lot. We had a first down on that play, so now it's 2nd down and no gain, so actually they're going to give us a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. 4 minutes to go now, second quarter. 21-0, the Land Sharks up in this opening playoff game of the 2023 season.
Virgilio in now at QB.
I like this, rotating the quarterbacks in. It's kind of fun. Will Virgilio draws them off sides, although Travis Anderson may have been off sides. May have moved early, that is. Let's see what the referees are going to call. Nope, defense offsides. He was drawn by the defender. And that goes against the defense, and they are incredulous. As now the Sharks have a 2nd and 6.
How could they call that on me?
I was only in the backfield before the snap. So now the quarterback takes it. That's Will Virgilio, number 7. Quick completion to the wide receiver. I think that's Gavin Gaspar over on the left side.
That is Gavin Gaspar, number 8. Took a shot by that. That number 1's a hard hitter, boy.
He took a hard hit, but he got the ball to the 20-yard line, and that's a Mex 1 banging first down. So now the Sharks threatening yet again. Man, we have really been moving the ball tonight. This is as good as, frankly, our offense has looked all season. Oh, man, he got hit. The quarterback, number 7, got hit hard, but he pitched it to the back, who I think was Gilchrist, and maybe got a yard, maybe not.
I think it was Strickler back there.
Yeah, Strickler.
Right,
he got hit hard, too, though.
I'll tell you, folks, we're going to have a hard time tonight. They're rotating running backs in and quarterbacks in, and they're wearing the gray uniforms. You can't see the ding-dang numbers. We're doing our best. 2nd down and 8 now, 2:40 to go on the clock. Fake handoff, quick pass, wide open. Travis Anderson, the tight end, over on the right side. He gets down to the 10-yard line, going to be really close to the line of gain. Let's see if the referees are going to give us a 1st and goal now. It looks to me like they are, and sure enough, the chain gang is told to move it. And now 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
Another Mex 1 banging first down. Travis did a great job with yards after catch there. He had 3 guys on him, and he just drug him to that first down marker.
Cale Gilchrist coming in now at the running back spot.
Manavian.
All right, the freshman Manavian, Aiden, is the quarterback. He handed it to Cale Gilchrist. He's cutting for the end zone. Oh, my goodness. Cale Gilchrist spinning around, pushing the Stallions backwards and falling into the end zone for a Mex 1 banging touchdown. And that's the 4th one of the night. This is the first rushing. The first 3 were all throws. And the Sharks are really putting on an offensive display here tonight. We were hoping our defense would carry us through, but swish, this offense is looking like they're playing with a mission.
They've got some new life to them, some new spirit. Snap is good, hold good, kick good. That makes the score 28-0. I'll tell you, there's some energy on the field now, Roberto.
The team very energized tonight, and, you know, they might be playing a little bit for some of their injured comrades who aren't able to be out there with them.
You know who else is excited? Our silver sponsors. See if I can see up here. It's dark. Rhodes Medical Legal Consulting. Edo Leisure Cars. Yeah, thanks, big dog. S&R Strength and Recovery. Axis Endurance Coaching. And Gilchrist Masonry and Pools.
Wow, you said that perfect.
I've been working on it. I gotta make Dion in his main ease language.
At some point before the season's over, I'm going to do the advertisers in my own inimitable way.
That'll be fun to listen to.
As we're looking at a 28-0 score now, and Mahoney, I think, kicks this one off. The Lee Central team has not been stellar on kickoff returns. This is probably their best one of the night, up to the 24-yard line. Number 6 on the return, Joseph Anderson. And now our defense has really shut down the Lizard Men tonight on this Buccaneers artificial surface football field.
That field looks like it hurts out there right now, doesn't it?
It does. You know, whenever you see all those little black dots, dipping dots, drop up every time somebody lands on the field.
I got a gazillion of those things in our house.
The little dots?
Yeah, just from all the cleats and
one thing about them
and
separates them from the dipping dots. They don't taste so good and they don't melt. So now
Lee Central up with a 1st and 10, line of scrimmage on about the 28-yard line. They're in their typical formation, likely not to throw. Davis, number 5, running for his life, trying to get to the edge. Ran a long way, but picked up maybe just a yard or so. That's going to make it 2nd and 9 for the Stallions. Number 3 coming out now for the Sharks, C.J. Moskos.
We had a flag on the play. They're all sides.
Thank you, Crafty, for seeing that flag, which eluded my eyeballs. And that's going to be a holding. We weren't offsides. They were cheating. And that's going to push them back 10. 1:49 on the clock here in the first half. This first half has really moved fast as we're looking at a 2nd down. And now they're going to repeat the down because of the penalty. So it's 1st and about 20 to go. Do we have Bill's stats coming our way at halftime? I hope so. Bill Sandvig, you never know.
I haven't seen him.
He's here tonight. I drove him, and you will get the stats.
Okay, very good. Glad to know he had a reliable chauffeur tonight to get him here. As Davis takes the snap. Now he's going to throw. Only the 2nd one of the game. Has a man over on the left side. Throws it way over his head as C.J. Moskos was on the coverage. It could have been a completion if it had been a perfect pass, which it was not.
Robert, we've got a decent-looking crowd here tonight.
We do. We're in a college stadium here, so you don't expect the stands to be full. Obviously, we have a much better shot at looking full here than we do at the Citadel. Charleston Southern Stadium being significantly smaller than Johnson Haygood.
I want to say thanks to Cricket Truby, one of our Oceanside folks that always takes tickets at the door. She's awesome. I know she listens in, so Cricket, thank you.
Thank you for letting me in here without having to pay. That's my priority.
Well, we're getting our money's worth out of the big dog up here. So
it's a timeout called by Lee Central from Bishopville, South Carolina, as they've got 1:43 to see if they can put some numbers on that scoreboard other than 0. And do you have some sponsor information?
I do. Can we talk about our platinum sponsors, Mark Rokos?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. The Revere Group, Longshore Boats, Carolina Hormone and Healthcare, and Charleston Adventure Forest and Zipline.
I got to do that zip line.
You know what? I'm thinking you and I need to go do that one of these days.
We do. I'm too old for that for sure, but I need to do it.
I may need to have some liquid courage before we go there, buddy.
Yeah, they probably have some prohibition of that. But what they don't know doesn't hurt them. So Maxie Mormon, I see out there, is on the right end position. We've got 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, I think it is. We got 2 deep safeties. As we try to maintain this shutout, Lee Central just standing there waiting for the signal to start.
Well, Coach Wilkes is out talking with the white hat, and they're motioning around, and he doesn't look too upset. Puts his headset back on and gets back off to the sideline there, so I think we're ready to play.
Coach Wilkes going with the shorts again tonight on the coldest night of the season.
He's a tougher cuss than I.
He's a man's man. Shotgun formation. Davis hands it off to the end, coming around to the wingback, rather. That's one of their better runs of the night, crossing the 25-yard line.
Well, they stretched it. They stretched it more, and that's what I was kind of talking about on that last series, or that last couple of runs. But that was a pretty good gain right there.
Burrows, number 3, on the carry, and you're exactly right, Swish. It's precisely what we were saying earlier. But notwithstanding that good run, they've still got a 3rd down and 6 yards to go, which 6 yards for them is one of their better performances of the night on offense. Let's see if they can do it as we hit the 1-minute mark. That's the same guy, number 3. This time he crosses the 50, the 45, the 40. Can we catch him? Finally, he's run down at the 25-yard line, and Burrows, just as I was trashing their offense, makes me eat those words, frankly. That was a heck of a run. Big hole for the running back, and the clock down to 51 seconds, and it's still going. So they don't have a lot of time to waste and cogitate here over what they're going to do as they're on the 21-yard line just outside the red zone of the Land Sharks. And this Lee Central team is right now being shut out by 4 TDs, 28-0 your score.
There was about a 20-second runoff there that shouldn't have been. Don't you, and this is not pro or college, I think the clock should have stopped until the chains get set up for the first down again. I think that's what they're talking about.
Maybe they're going to adjust that clock. You're right. It was running.
It was right at about a minute 01. So let's see if they take it back here. That was a dart of a run, though.
It was. That was by far the best offensive play of the night. Our defense was gashed, really, there. There was a huge hole right in the middle.
That was the exact same play they ran to the left for a good gain on the play before.
So our defense now with a wake-up call. Number 2, the running back, is in there, Rico Hickman, right now. Their quarterback is number 5, Jaquarius Davis. They're all standing around.
Ooh, we got fireworks behind us.
1st and 10.
I thought it might be gunshots.
Wow, there are fireworks.
Well, that's why I turned around.
Oh, okay. If there are fireworks, we're up high, so we're in trouble.
Well, there's a county fair going on, isn't it?
Is that what that is? Okay.
Buddy Bean says, yep.
Do they have like animals and livestock and things here, or is that just at the state fair in Columbia?
I've never been to this one.
Well, I don't know what's the field. They're just at a dead standstill here.
I bet they got elephant ears and corn dogs.
I bet they do. I bet they have the donut burgers.
Deep fried Twinkies or Snickers.
Yeah, the things that you really ought not eat.
And Swish, they just put 1 minute, 23 seconds.
Yeah, I'd say that was a huge runoff.
Okay, good point. Thank you, Crafty. And that's probably why they were taking so long.
It's a little generous. I thought it was more down like.
Yeah.
I
think they added 20 seconds.
Yeah, sorry. That's a lot of time they added on the clock there.
Yeah, it did take 40 seconds from the end of that play to get all the way down there, but it's all right.
Whatever. Davis now ready to see if he can put some points up. Oh. It's a fumble, number 6, and oh my gosh, I think the Land Sharks are on that. And sure enough, immediately the referees say the Land Sharks recover it. Number 6 was the Joseph Anderson. He was the running back there who just didn't get his hands around that football somehow, and there were 2 Sharks in the backfield immediately.
Recovered by Miles, the missile,
Number 11.
Now we'll take that extra little bit of minutes that got popped on there. Now we're not complaining.
That works in our favor.
What a couple jerks you and I are, huh?
The Lizard men can't buy a break here tonight. They really have been roughed up. They had one big play from offense and then a fumble right after. And we've only got 1:15 to go. It'll be interesting to see. I think that's the freshman quarterback, Aiden, out there now. He takes the snap.
Swish.
That's Tanner. Okay, sorry. And Tanner's going to go down. His own man got pushed into him and kind of knocked him down there. He was looking downfield. Wanted to throw it. Is that Miles he was trying to throw it to? Deep downfield? No, that's Gavin Gaspar. That's who he was looking at. So Tanner's going to try it again.
Catch him up, catch him,
14.
catch him.
And Swish whistle blows before we can get that play off.
He had a shot that they had 12, 13 guys on the field trying to hustle off. If he would have just snapped it, we could have got him. Too many men on the field, but
they wound up, they being Lee Central, calling a timeout, I think. So 47 seconds to go, first half, 28-0 your score here at the Charleston Southern Buccaneers football field.
it just got a lot colder. I don't know what happened, but
It did. I agree. Just all of a sudden,
yeah,
the temperature went down about 10. I'm glad myself to see this cold weather moving in, and probably some of our listeners in Michigan or Minnesota are laughing at us about this, what we call cold weather. So what do you think, Swish? Are we going to try and move this ball downfield or go conservative?
nah, let's go. Push.
All right, that's Tanner in there. He's got 4 wideouts, and I think that must be Logan Hamilton with him in the backfield.
That is correct.
And he goes over to the right slot position.
Well, he's going to be wide open.
And Tanner sees him. That's exactly who he's looking for. Doesn't find it, but then he rolls out to the left, buys some time, throws a dangerous pass, and it was incomplete.
Could have been picked, though. It bobbled it.
Definitely could have been. That was a dangerous throw.
Trying to make it happen. Maybe that's a tuck that thing and run. I think he had the yardage there, but.
Did you see what happened with Logan over here on the right side? I wasn't watching.
No, but his receiver was off about 15 to 18, or his defender was off 15 to 18 yards. He was wide. There's I don't know what route he ran because I started watching the backside, but.
So Logan back in there now at running back again. Tanner takes it, and he's pressured a little bit. Rolls out, going to keep it. Tanner tucks it. He sees a first down in his future, and he's going to be very close to it. Did he get across the 40-yard line? No. They say he went out of bounds at the 39.
How that?
Okay. 4th and 1 now. And Ben Britton comes out on the field. Miles Robinson, Trey Brown. Those are some big bodies. That makes me think we're going to go for it.
Yeah, you bring Will in. Yep, there he goes.
Yep, Virgilio, number 7, comes out there. Who's that, number 80? Who's that, 81?
That's Gavin Welch.
Okay, that's just an 8. Will Virgilio takes it, shotgun. He has the first down. Virgilio's still running. He's across their 40, their 35. Oh, my goodness. Will Virgilio with just 1 yard to pick up a first down. Instead picks up about 23 with 24 seconds to go.
That was a big
Mex one. And that's going to be a Mex one banging.
First down.
Okay, yeah. This microphone has a tendency to flop down on me. I got to be careful with that.
Good call there, Coach Wilkes, calling the timeout. We've got 24. The clock started ticking because the chains were set, and now it's down to 22. So let's take a couple seconds here and figure out what we got to do. Tailgate sponsors. Thank you, all Roberto. Right. Our exclusive tailgate sponsors. Sorry, Kingwood Custom Homes, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Charleston. And I think our Feed the Sharks tonight was old Wendy Johnson.
Is she really old or
old?
Was that a term of endearment?
It was a term of endearment, meaning that she's the one that that's fed the boys forever, is what I'm trying to say.
Uh-huh.
Good old Wendy. How about that?
No, you just dropped the old altogether. How about beautiful, sweet Wendy Johnson? That's much better.
She is the pasta queen.
So we got Strickler in there at running back now. Tanner, number 13, the Swish Jr. quarterback. He's standing right on the 40-yard line, bunch right formation. Tanner takes it, drops. Oh, my goodness, a screen pass set up so well. Number 7, Will Virgilio gets it very close to a first down, but there's a flag back there, and they might have roughed up your boy.
Yeah, it's good for him. Rub some dirt. Or get some of those black pellets and rub it on him.
They're going to get us for a block in the back, I believe.
It should be a roughing the passer from where it was.
From where the flag is, that's all I'm going by. At any rate, we'll have to find the white hat. There he is right around the 32-yard line. Let's see what he has to say.
I know old Grandpa George.
Yeah, it's
down in
walking.
Oh, it was?
Oh, both of them.
Yeah.
Offsetting, sorry. He called everybody wins and everybody loses.
It's a do-over.
With 12 seconds to go, I'm thinking your boy's going to toss this one to the end zone, and you think
I'm going to go. I'm going to Virgilio. That matchup is there all night. Watch this.
Will's right on the 35-yard line on the bottom of your screen. Tanner throws it to him. Will's open, complete, touchdown! Holy cow! What a great pass by the young Swish! Unbelievable with 3 seconds to go here in the first half.
Attaboy, Swish.
Love it, man.
Attaboy, Willie Virgilio.
It looked like maybe Swish had thrown that pass to Virgilio a couple times before as well.
Oh, man, that was beautiful. You could just see the matchup was there. The ball was great. Will just right in stride. And I know Grandpa George down in Vero Beach, Florida, with his old cronies are cheering loudly for the Land Sharks right now.
They can't be any happier than I am, man. Smiling ear to ear as young Tanner now holding for this extra point attempt by Nate Sturm, which goes in and puts the Land Sharks up by a score of 35-0. And what a fun first half.
It has been fun, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, really, you hate losing your stalwart quarterback, Edward Rodenbach, who's carried us for a couple of years now. But these young fellas have come in, and credit the coaches as well, because they've really put together an excellent plan of using a variety of different guys.
Yeah, it's great to see these guys with getting a chance, and all of them, not just the quarterbacks, but the running backs. And listen, we haven't credited our O-line yet. They're the ones, the big hogs up front, that are really being nasty and getting the job done, giving time to get that throw off. We'll talk about them here a little bit when we get a chance.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We need to focus on those guys a little bit. It's it's not an onside. It's a squib kick down into the 30-yard line, trying to just get that clock to run out, but only 1 second. Okay.
That's a little suspicious.
But I'm not too scared about what this Lee Central team can do with 2 seconds to go. They had one real moment here tonight, a really long run by number 3, and that's Burrows.
Shouldn't they blow the whistle? Hit the button. Just take the knee here. Yeah,
they're going to take a knee. And the Stallions are going to rumble off the field, having to be somewhat discouraged, not just by the fact that they're trailing by 5 touchdowns, but also, frankly, they're really been dominated by this defense of the Land Sharks, and they haven't been able to even slow the offense.
Coach Salazzo, Coach LaPrade, Coach Pryor, man, they have got these boys tuned up and really rolling. I tell you what, I like both sides of the ball tonight. Man, it has been fun, hasn't it?
It's been one of the most fun games of the year. And every play is a bit of an adventure on offense, because you don't know who's going to be the quarterback, who's going to be the running back. And, some guys who've really stood out, Tanner Swisher, 2 big, long touchdown passes, but both of the other 2 quarterbacks also threw touchdown passes. Will Virgilio, number 7, had a nice one, as did the freshman Aiden. And running backs have sort of been in there by committee, but really this has been more of a passing offense.
Yeah, I believe Bill just sent the stats.
All right, let me see what I got here. My hands are shaking because I'm so cold. My northern sensibilities are out the door, man.
Yeah, I think you're lying when you say you came here from Indiana if you're cold.
The weather is 35 degrees.
Well, first of all,
I'm joking. Feels like it. Feels like 50.
Yeah, it's in the 50s.
I just got called to the carpet. Wendy Johnson, she got me. Deck on it.
She's
mad. She said, "Good thing your boy's throwing the ball well, or she'd be a little bit more mad at me." So, Wendy, I'm sorry, darling. Let's see. Where are the?
Well, while you look for him, let's thank Bill Sandvig, who has faithfully maintained the stats for us all season long. We don't know where he is. He's not up here with us, but he's somewhere in the stadium, and he's tracking them, and he texts them to us at critical points like halftime.
Ooh, man, I am shaking. I'm so cold. All right, hang on here, guys.
Do you want to borrow my jacket?
I might. All right, so here we go.
Here we go. Bundled up with like 3 jackets on.
Yeah,
I don't think he's from Indiana.
I did not know you were such.
I just got my AARP card last. I'm gonna go home and turn the thermostat up to about 84. How about that?
All right, dude. I'm twice your age, so don't start with that.
I'm up there with you. All right, so team. Let's go team first. First downs. Mex won first down. 16 total in the first.
That is a lot of queso and tacos.
Yep. Rushes. We had 19 rushes for 126 yards. We are 10 of 11 for throwing for 173 yards. 4 touchdown passes.
Wow.
Let's see. We've only had 2 penalties.
There's got to be more than 4. No, we had 1 rushing touchdown. That's right.
Yep. And then first downs for Lee Central. They've got 3. They've had 19 rushes for 86 yards, no receiving yards. They lost the fumble. We did lose the kickoff as well, but let's go over some individual rushing. Let's see who's our leader right now. Will Virgilio, 4 rushes for 62 yards. Mike Strickler, 7 for 30. Tanner Swisher, 5 for 19. Cale Gilchrist, 1 rush for 9 yards and a touchdown. Trey Brown, 1 for 7. And then let's see, passing. Swish, 4 of 5 for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Willie Virgili, 4 for 4, 45 yards and a touchdown. And then the Manavian, that number 10, we've got it flipped up here. Aiden Manavian, 2 for 2, 39 yards and a touchdown. So there's your 4 there. Receiving yards, Gavin Gaspar, 2 for 56. Virgilio, 2 for 44. Trey Brown, 2 for 30. All 3 of those guys with their touchdown. Logan Hamilton, 1 for 17. Gavin Welch, 1 for 10. Travis Anderson, 1 for 9. And a big one. That was a big one. He carried 3 guys that first down, kept that alive. And then Maxie Mormon with a touchdown. That was a pass. It was not a rush, right? Yeah, it was a pass. That was a pass. Maxie on a pass. So those are your stats. A lot to little. So.
Yeah, that was a pass from Virgilio down here on our left end zone. And I'll tell you, Swish, I don't remember another Oceanside game, and maybe there was one because my memory is not up for any awards, but where that many different players played that big of a role.
You know, I tell you, it's opened up. I was talking to Edward's dad, Rhett, after his injury, just still so heartbreaking. I hate that it's not how it's supposed to end for a kid like Dana Brunson or a kid like Fenn Johnson or a kid like Edward Reidenbach. But I was talking to Rhett, he and I were talking about maybe we'll see the offense open up, and holy cow, did it really open up.
So it really did. And I mean, it's not just that. And I want to be careful exactly how I put this. It's not that Lee Central's defense is terrible. I mean, there were some really good passes right on target, especially, frankly, those 2 long ones from Tanner Swisher to 2 different receivers right in stride into their hands.
Just end over end.
Yeah, it's the kind of throwing we haven't seen here. And I'll also say for Aiden Manavian, the freshman, I don't think we've ever had a freshman quarterback come out and play before.
No, listen, those are the first snaps that he's taken since game 1. He had a whale of a game at South Florence. He scored 3 rushing touchdowns and threw for 1, all in the second quarter up there. The very first game of the season, and then the knucklehead goes and gets his hand broken doing something fun like tubing or water skiing. So that's not in the contract for next year as well, too. But, yeah, he's got a lively arm. He's going to be a good one as well. It's just, how do you stop it when you've got 3 quarterbacks with all different types of offensive skills and things that they can do? It's going to make it really tricky. I mean, Coach Wilkes has got to be having a little bit of fun right now, too. So
he really does. And, I mean, folks who follow the Land Sharks year in and year out can feel really good about our future with some of these young guys. Aiden, I'm going to have to start calling him the Mandalorian. Because
all the kids call him Minivan.
Minivan.
Yeah.
I like the Mandalorian.
His nickname is Dirty, but I don't know why that is, but you can call him Dirty the Mandalorian if you want. How about that?
The Dirty Mandalorian. I don't know. That doesn't sound so good. Anyway.
What other... I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
My other thought was going to be James O'Connor.
That's exactly where I was going, man. See, you and I are on it tonight. We're having fun, and we're on it. No chili, though. That would have been a better night than last week. But James O'Connor, outstanding freshman running back, has a transverse fracture on the lower fibula by his ankle. He's out 4 to 5 weeks, which is it's just a shame because he's a threat as well, and he's a great baseball player too. So I know it's kind of going to creep into some of his post-football season, early baseball season, but we hope he gets a lot better. But he's here on crutches, hobbling around. We look like a MASH unit. Like guys are banged up. I know.
Yeah, this may be the most significant injuries we've seen. I don't know. A couple of years ago, that was pretty bad because my son had one.
That was one of the worst.
But that
Oceanside football nights of all time.
Yeah, well, also Will Gauze went down that season as well. He was, probably the heart and soul of that football team.
Well, yeah, you made me think of something. We're missing good old Jack Waddy. Jackie Boy's got a broken collarbone at Lake Marion on the second kickoff we had there. And speaking of broken collarbones, texted with Vaughn Blue's dad, Justin, today. And Vaughn is healthy. He's lifting. He's running. They're going to wait and see how this championship game goes for them here in a bit. But he's got one more game of eligibility that he can play and still maintain his
red shirt.
Yep. So they're waiting to see, but we're happy that old VB24 is back at it. I don't have just speaking of injuries, you hate these guys. These kids are just working their tails off, and when an injury bug jumps up and gets them, just breaks your heart. So
and don't forget about Finn Johnson, who went down, early in the season.
That one really hurt.
It really hurt all the way around. It hurt for him, for everybody who really loves the guy and wanted him to have a great season this year, but it really hurt the football team as well.
Yep.
So we're going to take a little break here, get our voices recovered for the second half, which is going to be starting here very shortly. And we thank you for joining us. We'll see you in a minute. Earth, Wind, and Fire in the background here, singing about September when it's November at the Buccaneers Stadium, and the Land Sharks are out to a 35-0 lead. And Swish, we're about to kick it off, and this has been a heck of a fun football game.
Oh, man, what a great fun football game so far. We'll get a chance to talk about our unbelievably stellar defense, but we can't forget to talk about the big fellas down low on offense when we get back out as well, too. We were talking about it at halftime, but, man, they are fun to watch tonight.
Mahoney kicks this one off to the deep fella on the 5. He's going to have a pretty good run back, crosses the 20 up to the 25, and then he's pummeled by a very large human being. Who is that?
That's the missile. Miles Robinson.
Miles Robinson. I was going to guess that. Couldn't see his number, though.
He's acting kind of mean tonight.
You know, it's not a criticism, but we haven't called Maxie Mormon's name a whole lot tonight, other than that touchdown. But, you know, last couple of games, he was really out there playing on a mission.
Well, he's playing in a spot that's I can't say it's not familiar to him. It's more on DN now. He's traditionally a linebacker, but he's down on the right end there.
We got 5 guys on the line now. Fumble! But nope, they picked it up. Lee Central trying now to run it around, and actually turned out to be not such a terrible play for him. Number 5, their quarterback, I think, is who wound up with that ball. Well, yeah, that was Davis, number 5.
I'd like to see a replay if we had it to see who made that hit. Can we tell?
And
yeah, I think the replay is too late.
Yep, no replay there.
Damn.
But it would be good. That was a heck of a hit, and the ball just went flying. Our defense has really been dominant here tonight. There was only one play in the first half that was significant for the Lizard Men. And now they're looking at a 2nd down and 7. It's going to be an end around. Number 3 takes this one, and he's brought down for a loss. Burrows, who was the guy who had that big play for the Stallions earlier in the game. And just to be clear, when I call them the Lizard Men, I'm just having fun.
We do need to talk about the legend of the Lizard Man.
Well, you told me you studied up on it.
Yeah, but I haven't lived it like you know that part of the state like I don't. So.
I did live it. And it was really when it happened, and I can't remember when it was.
I think it was 1986 or 89. I can't remember.
It was national news. It was everywhere. Let's go back to the game here, though. One of the running backs takes this one, goes around the right side. Miles Robinson, number 11, brings down Burrows, number 3. So now the Stallions are looking at a 4th down and 4, and they're going to have to punt this one again. It looks like we've got Will Virgilio going deep to receive it.
That's what I was going to ask you about, the Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp. Does that mean anything to you?
The Scape or Swamp is a detail that eludes me. But I'll tell you, if you want to know the legend of the Lizard Man, just go to the Post and Courier website. They have really done a lot of reporting on it. Bad punt, hits at the 45, crosses the 50. Boy, that got a good Stallions bounce, though. And the Sharks are going to have it pretty good field position yet again on their own 38-yard line. Let's see who's coming in at quarterback. The curiosity is killing me. It's in case you're joining us a little bit late. 35-0 your score, and one of the most fun games we've had here in a while because we're rotating different guys in at quarterback with different skill sets. And is this the freshman?
It is.
All right. Aiden, the Mandalorian, is in at quarterback now. Shotgun. He's got a running back to his right, probably Strickler. Hands it to him. He spins. Nice run across the 40 up to the 38. Sorry, the 42. And, yeah, that is Strickler, whose brother, of course, the big, tall wide receiver, played here. The Strickler family, a big part of the Oceanside community for a long time. And that's one of the great things about this school, you know. Some of these guys have brothers who come in and they stick around for a long time. The Mandalorian hands it off to Strickler. He crosses the 50 down to the 45-yard line of the Stallions. And no, that's not Strickler. That's Cale Gilchrist, number 33. Thank you, Swish.
Man, they hit that hole at high speed, and that is a Mex one banging first down.
Yes, it is, and thank you for remembering as Aiden gets ready again. And I'm going to let you talk about our offensive line here in a second as Aiden throws it over to his left side, complete. Wow, what a great quarterback that kid is and is going to be. He can really zip the ball around as the receiver, I think it's Gaspar, crosses the 25-yard line down to the 24, and the Sharks are picking right up where they left off.
Another Mex one banging first down. Our line tonight, Charlie Bean at center. We have Owen Millard and Mike Jones at our guards. And then Carson Lee and Big Ben Britton at tackles, doing a man's job tonight. Man, they are looking great.
Aiden puts Logan over on the right side. He's totally going to throw it. He does over to his left. It's complete. I think that's number 3, C.J. Moskos, who gets it down inside the 15-yard line. And, man, the Sharks are a different football team than they were a week ago. And that is not to disparage Edward Ronback at all, who's been a great quarterback for us for a long time, but we're just a different team. And the whistle blows here as we want to throw it again to the wide receiver out on the right side. And Swish, let's talk about what this might look like as we move into the playoffs with an offense that people really haven't seen over the entire regular season.
Tough to defend it. I mean, at this point in time, all the coaches know each other across the state, so it's not just the 2 previous weeks of game film. You can rest assured that whoever we're playing has got all of our games. And so it does make it tough because this is a brand new look, and you don't have a whole lot to go on. And you've got weapons. You've got great receivers in Virgilio, in Gaspar, in Logan Hamilton, Maxie Mormon, Trey Brown. Who else am I missing? I say Travis Anderson? Moskos. It just goes on and on and on. And now you've got different running backs coming in, fresh legs where you're not burning someone out with 25 carries. Quarterbacks all have different, and Will at quarterback, you don't know what he's going to do because he can beat you in so many different ways. So
Aiden comes back in now at quarterback. Isn't he number 10?
He is number 10.
All right, so he's in, of course, the shotgun, 3 wideouts right. That's where he wants to go. Oh, my gosh, Trey Brown is in there for the touchdown. Wow. I mean, that's such a great pass and completion. Look at this replay. As you can see, the quarterback, Aiden, was rolling out to his right side. He had 3 wideouts over there. I thought that was where he was going to go, and then he zipped it across to number 4, Trey Brown, who was crossing the middle and right on into the end zone.
Yeah, great throw. Good movement outside of the pocket, stayed with his receiver, and threw a nice cross-body
throw there. There's a flag down here as we're going to try the extra point. Not sure what it is. Offsides on the defense, apparently, but it's declined. But what I was going to say is that how in 1 week do you completely reconfigure your offense, both from a personnel and from a schematic standpoint?
Yeah, tough, really tough. And right now we've only had 1 incomplete pass across all 3 of those quarterbacks.
Yeah, so. I think it was 10 for 11 in the first half?
Yep.
As Sturm puts this extra point in, now we're at the running clock situation where it's a 42-0 score, and Lee Central, boy, they have really run into a buzzsaw here with this Oceanside Land Shark football team. They might have thought the Sharks were going to be a little down because of the big injuries to their quarterback and running back, but they were wrong if they thought that, as I did, because our offense has looked really sharp tonight. So we were talking about next week. I think it's fair now. We can start doing that.
Yep.
If we win this game, who is our likely opponent?
The winner of the Cheraw, which is Coach Wilkes' alma mater. That would be an interesting matchup. So the winner of Cheraw and Woodland. And Scotty, do you have a score for us?
Woodland was up earlier last time we looked as the kickoff. Oh, my gosh, it's fielded. It goes into the end zone. They call it a touchback, and that's probably the best thing that could have happened to the Stallions as we're trying to pull up that Woodland Cheraw score. But, of course, it'd be a great storyline if we had our head coach, Chad Wilkes, facing off against his own alma mater next week. But the week after that, if we could win that game, then we're talking about the Wall Hosses.
Uh-oh.
Am I right?
From Barnwell.
Yes, sir, Bob.
The Wall
That's
Hoss.
my part of the country, and nothing would make me happier than to go back down to Barnwell. And last time we were there, it didn't turn out so great for the Chad Greer coached football team. Maybe this year we can do better.
We owe them. We owe them for sure. That was a heartbreaker.
It was. And so number 11 is sacked. Well, he's not the quarterback, but he's tackled for a loss of about 3 or 4. And the clock is just going to keep going here now as the Stallions from Bishopville are struggling, and they're now looking at a 2nd down and 12.
Miles Robinson seems to be unblocked the last 2 or 3 trips that they've been out there.
They're probably just saying, I'm tired of this number 11 coming and hitting me, so here you go,
Yeah,
sport.
I'm going to live to see another day. I got a business decision to make. And Davis, the quarterback, throws it over to number 1. I don't think we called his name once earlier tonight. That's Khalil Harry, and I think we called him on a defensive play.
Yep, good coverage by, I thought there was CJ and maybe it was Kyle Baldwin.
So now we're looking at a 3rd down and 7 yards to go. And the Sharks continue to be sharp on defense as the Stallions, I don't know where you get the mascot Stallions from in South Carolina exactly.
Sounds like a tough.
They really ought to
Big,
go
strong.
with the Lizard Men. I mean, seriously. How many schools have an opportunity to be the Lizard Men? At any rate, Davis, oh my gosh, he's hit hard in the backfield as he threw that ball incomplete. Who was that?
Norman.
Maxie, all right. We were, just as we were saying, we hadn't called his name a whole lot tonight. He comes in, and he wasn't alone. There were 2 or 3 guys that were in that backfield.
I'm calling a punt return for a touchdown. Little Rico Harrell lightning in a bottle. I think Rico plays here now. I got to check that, but how about that? I just called a shot for Virgilio here.
All right, Will is deep. He's standing just inside Land Shark territory at the 48. He takes a step back now. He's at the 43, standing right on the eye patch of the Buccaneer.
That looked like you out there when you had your eye
I was
patch.
going to say that's a lucky spot. He's not very deep for a punt return guy. These punts haven't been finding a whole lot of voltage. Will. He couldn't pick it up. He wound up just falling on it. So your call, Swish, with all due respect, was really poor.
I'm going to say next time he's not going to be able to return it. So. Sponsors. We got to do sponsors real quick. The premium sponsors, right?
Yep.
Where's my paper?
Well, I don't know, but my phone battery's pretty darn low. I'm going to let you manage that one if you can.
Premium sponsors. Man, I'm struggling here.
We got no
The
light
Revere
up
Group,
here.
Longshore Boats, Fox Audio, Sunbelt Rentals, Carolina Hormone and Healthcare, Charleston Adventure Force and Zipline. Booyah.
All right, here we go. They still have the freshman, Aiden, I think.
Nope,
No,
Swish.
that's Tanner, number 13. He hands it off to his running back. We'll figure out who that is in a second. He picks up just a yard or 2. That's number 22, Strickler. So he's up to the
That's Parker Stubbs.
48-yard line. And okay, thank you.
That was my fault.
No problem. Parker Stubbs, number 25.
Not a boy, Parker.
He hadn't played a whole lot at running back here tonight. Tanner has 2 wideouts right. He has a wing back on the right side and 1 guy over here on the left. He takes the snap. It was a high one, though, and it was a handoff to Parker Stubbs, who didn't get a whole lot.
Young Jackson Bean taking over at center for his older brother.
How about that? The Bean family tradition continues at center here tonight. His father right up here with us doing all the hard film work. I guess that's what he's doing. Yeah, he's got an iPad in his hand. What's that thing called? Huddle. Yeah, he's doing the huddle. Well, the clock has stopped, which is a little weird. Do they not have the same rule here?
Yeah.
I think they had an equipment issue.
Zakai Muncie in for
Tanner drops back, pressured. He managed not to get sacked, and now he's just going to run it. Smart move as Tanner, oh my gosh, he picked up the first down just perfectly. Tanner Swisher, who's having just a heck of a night tonight, as are a couple other quarterbacks, moves those chains, and that's going to be a next one, banging first down.
starting to think about that queso with the pickled jalapenos.
And the tacos, and they have some really good quesadillas, all kinds of good stuff there. We're not even going to go margarita on you. 4 wideouts. Tanner wants to throw it, zips it. Oh, that one was too high, almost intercepted. Burrows, number 3, a very dangerous athlete in their backfield, might have been able to get some big yardage there, and Tanner dodged a bullet.
Yeah, intended receiver Gavin Welch. That was lucky.
So now we're looking at a second down and 10 to go, just under 3 minutes, third quarter. Tanner takes this one. He's going to hand it off to the running back. I'll tell you who he is in a second. He didn't get much there, though.
Stubbs again.
That's Stubbs, number 25. Thank you, Mark.
I think it's 2 a.m. in the morning where Matt Stubbs, his dad, is in Djibouti, Africa, watching the Land Sharks.
And we thank him for his service.
We sure do.
In Africa. Tanner takes it, drops, looks downfield, nobody there. Tanner got sacked, but I was looking at those two receivers. Both of them were well covered.
Yep.
So he had nowhere to go with it. You don't want to take a sack, but that's he's looking downfield and really didn't see the guys who were right on him.
Well, we've got a new crew of line in, so they're not warmed up and ready to go, but give the defense credit on that series.
So we got a fourth down now and a bunch, about 19 yards or so. And I'm not sure who's punting because Edward Rodenbach was our punter. Who is that back there, Swish?
Got to be Mahoney.
That's Mahoney, I think, and he has a pretty decent punt, but it takes a bad bounce for us. It's going to be at about the 25-yard line, and that's where the Stallions of Bishopville are going to take it over and see if they can finally put some points on the board, as Swish is going to talk about our sponsors.
All right, who we got coming up, our gold sponsors? Yep, the Sandra Patrick with Bradley O'Mara Real Estate and Bumblebee Landscaping, Rhodes Medical Legal Consulting, Edo Leisure Cars. We're still going. We've got SNR Strength and Recovery, Access Endurance Coaching, and Gilchrist Masonry and Pools.
And I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. I don't know who sold all those ads, but I just want to credit that person because that is hard work that nobody likes to do. And we can thank our sponsors, but I want to thank the people who went out and solicited and procured those advertisements. Davis now takes the snap for Lee Central, and they're going to get a yard or so.
Well, we got to thank Megan Hamilton. She is the heart and soul of the Black and Blue Club, and I know she had some help on those sponsors. I know Stephanie Alvarez was one of those as well, too. But great work. Thank you, ladies.
I want to thank her for getting me my sweatshirt tonight. I was not smart enough to bring one.
I bet she sold out of the hoodies. So
that's above and beyond the call of service there. And I'm worried a little bit about your IQ level if you didn't bring a jacket tonight.
She could have charged you double, man.
She could have.
All right, the Stallions looking at a second down and 6. Davis! Oh my goodness. I thought that was going to be intercepted. Who was that, Swish?
That was Grayson. He had a beat on that. Holy cow.
Grayson Freeling. And now it's going to be a third down for the Stallion Lizardmen. And they're having a rough night here, folks, in Charleston. They're trailing 42-0 as the Land Sharks come in a lot dinged up. But they have shown that they are not a team of 1 or 2, but they are a team of a whole bunch of guys who can come in and contribute when they need to.
With all those injuries, I want to point out our training staff out there today and all year. They've been great. Swish, you know a bunch of them.
Good call, Mark. Yeah, Katie Stovall and Katie Evenson have just done a tremendous job. I think we have to have the biggest sports medicine training group in South Carolina.
Yeah, really.
For high school.
Yeah, largest in terms of numbers.
Also want to thank the cheerleading crew who braved the cold weather to be out here and do a halftime show for us as well.
Thanks, Mark. Man, you're hitting all the right stuff.
Dion's job might be in jeopardy.
No kidding. Well, that's right. Dion's up in Charlotte. He sent us a sassy text earlier criticizing our cameraman.
Yeah, cameraman just missed one play.
That was a low blow.
It was a touchdown, but that's okay.
And it was a Tanner Swisher touchdown pass, I think.
Yeah, Crafty, you may hear about that one, but that's all right.
So number 3, Burrows on the carry around the left side. He had pretty good yardage there. And were they going for it on 4th down?
It's 4th down now.
Yeah. Okay, they moved I didn't think they were. So now it's 4th and 1. And why not go for it?
Yep.
I mean, what the heck?
Scotty, maybe pen in on our chain crew. I want to thank them. Rob Hamilton, Mark Lapadula, Nader Manavian, and Rob Costello.
It looks like they're bringing, the special unit out there. I think they are going to punt it.
They're going to go for it. They bring their heavy package.
Okay, well, that was the heavy package. Sorry. I don't know how that. Yeah. Okay, quarterback hands it off. I think they're going to kick it up. Yes, sir. C.J. Mosco's trying to tackle him, but basically he's taking a pony ride on that running back across the 40-yard line, and it's going to be a first down for the Stallions. And the Stallions are an appropriate mascot on that particular play.
Got a lot of
CJ was like he was at the rodeo there.
Seen a lot of new numbers out here, guys. I'm gonna have to try to
see Graham Robinson at one of the tackles.
Yeah, Clayton Baugh, Grant Costello.
Yep. Credit to the coaches getting the younger guys in there. You can physically see they're much smaller than the starters out there right now.
Maddox Crawford is out. Good to see Maddox out there.
Davis still in at quarterback. He faked the handoff and kept it, and Davis might have a touchdown. 30, 25, 20. Oh, my gosh, who was that who ran down their speedy quarterback? Grayson Freeling. Credit him for keeping the Stallions off the scoreboard as he pulled down Davis at the 12-yard line.
Buddy's calling for a face mask, but I'm not sure. I didn't see it. It was on Travis.
So they're going to have a 1st and 10 now at the 12-yard line. Let's see if our backup defenders are able to stiffen up here and keep this Stallion team out of the end zone. Let's corral these Stallions. Davis takes it, hands this one off to Burrows, number 3. He's headed inside the 5. The ball looks like it came loose. A couple of our guys are saying we got it.
See who came up with that.
And when Krafchick says we got it, that means we got it.
Yeah, number 17.
That'd be Travis
Anderson.
I didn't know he played a lot of defense, but he's our tight end on offense. At any rate, we've got it now, 1st and 10 going the other way. And, my heart kind of goes out a little bit to the Lee Central team there after having a big play and an opportunity to put points on the board and then just a terrible mistake.
Yeah. A couple other new names and numbers out there. Sam Hartzell, Henry Warren, Ace Jernstedt, who's a freshman that just came up, out on that play as well.
And this is the freshman quarterback in there. He hands it off.
Ooh.
We didn't pick up much. We didn't get anything. I think that was a loss. The ball's now going to be the line of scrimmage on about the 3-yard line. We'll look at 2nd down and 12.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11.
They put it it's on the 3. I had that dead.
Let's go a little quick game right here. Go wide.
We got 3 wideouts left. One to the right, one running back there in the backfield. Aiden wants to throw it. He does. Oh, my gosh. He had a man wide open over on the left side. He crosses the 35, the 40, the 43-yard line. Finally, the Stallions bring him down. Who is that, Swish?
That was Travis Anderson.
Travis, who we were just talking about on defense, comes out on offense and makes a big catch, and you got to give another dose of credit to that quarterback who made that great throw for another Mex 1 first down at the 44. Aiden pressured, didn't see anything downfield, wants to keep it. He doesn't run a lot. He slid it down, and in comes the flag. That might be a late hit on the quarterback, not sure.
I think so.
They're going to mark him down at just across the 50 at the 49, and let's take a look at the referee and see what they're going to call here.
Yep, called personal foul.
Yep, so they're marching it off. Go ahead, Swish.
Yeah, late hit. So
15-yard penalty. That's another Mex 1 first down.
it is another Mex 1 first down. Steve Rudnicki, thanks for reminding us.
Gosh,
Take over first
the
and
Mex 1 must be paying about $1 million for all this advertising they're getting.
They got their money's worth.
And the Mandalorian, as I call him. What other people call him? Dirty something?
His nickname is Dirty, and then
He threw a quick pass to the right side to
Quinn Mahoney.
Quinn Mahoney, I was about to say, our kicker who can also, he's a great athlete. He can also play wide receiver and other positions.
played quarterback for JV as well.
So that's going to be a big, not a big gainer, but I'm trying to see where they're going to mark it down. We're looking now at a 2nd down and 1. Good opportunity for Aiden maybe to toss this one into the end zone. Let's see. He's just going to hand it off. And is that Parker Stubbs? I think it is.
Yeah.
Down to the 25. He lost a yard there. So now we're looking at a 3rd and a couple. Clock at 5:50.
Clock is burning. Keep rolling. Maddox Crawford in now at the running back position.
Maddox and his family have been a big part of the Oceanside Landshark program for years. His brother was one of our coaches, Jalen, for a while there. And he takes the handoff, I think. It was kind of a muddle there in the middle.
Their D-line is manhandling us right now. I think they've still got other big boys in, and we're just having a hard time.
So 4th and 2, though, we're going to go for it.
Maddox Crawford in the backfield with Monavian.
Yep.
And Monavian, I love his name, Aiden Monavian.
He's going to go up top. He's going to go up top into the corner of the end zone here.
He drops back, throws it over to the right side, way over the head of the intended receiver. So that's going to be incomplete. And turnover on downs. So the Stallions will have a chance with about 4.5 to go in this ball game. And the Sharks up 42-0 and playing a lot of substitutes, backups at this point.
Looking forward to see ex-Landshark Sam Hartman playing Clemson this week.
That's right. Sam,
that's a big game.
In his 5th year as a college quarterback, now at Notre Dame, having a great season. And let's just hope he crushes those Tigers. Oh, my. Sherrod all tied up with Woodland. So we don't know who we're going to be playing yet next week, as I think that's number 3 Burrows on the carry.
Who was number 32 for us? Just laid wood to somebody. That was Reese Meredith. Attaboy, Reese. Man, that was a big hit. I knew you were going to start dancing a little bit, Robert.
I can't help it, man. I'm cold. I'm trying to keep warm.
I can feel it.
Oh.
I think I'm going to start doing the old man dance as well,
we could do a little dance together here, and that'd be okay after a ball game like this one. Oh, my goodness. Who's that in the backfield?
Travis.
Is that Travis? Wow, Travis Anderson really coming on late in this ball game. Let's do the replay and watch him come into that backfield. I don't even know how he got in there that fast.
Slippery little fella.
He was really in there before they had an opportunity to do anything. So now the Stallions are looking at a 3rd and 11 as we're under the 3-minute mark with the clock ticking. We will look forward to being with y'all next week as the Landsharks play either Sherrod or Woodland, who are tied right now at 14 apiece, unless unless we have a scoring update
Hold
from
on.
any of our folks up here.
Woodland's up 21-14 with 11 minutes to go in the fourth.
Davis, the quarterback, hands this one off to one of his wings. He picks up 6 or so. That's going to make it 4th down for the Stallions.
Let's do some tailgate sponsors, please.
Some exclusive tailgate sponsors. That would be Kingswood Custom Homes. Thank you, old buddy. Ben Franklin Plumbing of Charleston. Yeah, they like to party.
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
Mark, you've done a great job with us here tonight. We really appreciate it. And
Thank you.
Dion, your job is in deep danger, I got to tell you.
Yeah, I like him better than Dion.
Oh, my gosh. The punter has struggled a bit tonight. This one, though,
That one might have been touched. I don't know.
I thought it was blocked, but
Yeah.
next thing I knew, it was downfield 30 or so yards.
It's a line drive. It's a worm burner. Hey, next week's game, from what I understand from our athletic director, Coach Mark Meyer, and our assistant athletic director, love Wiley McCall. Best smile in
Haven't seen
Charleston.
Wiley all season.
She's here. She's here.
She usually hangs
right
out
on the
with us
track.
a little bit.
She took care of Lulu last week as well, too, man. Love her to death.
Here you go, Robert.
Where is she?
There's Wiley.
All right.
Look at that. Look at that stylish
She looks
white
warm.
coat as she's walking down the runway. Wiley McCall.
Well, next week's game is either going to be from Mark Myers telling me if it hasn't changed, either at CCSD 2, which is on the Wando campus, or 4, which is on the North Charleston.
And that's Tanner Swisher now in there at quarterback, and he's going to hand it off. Running back is whacked as soon as he touches the pigskin.
Yeah, that was number 80. That's Lapadula, K. Lapadula. We might be okay just taking a knee right here.
Yeah,
our line is a little challenged against those bigger boys, man. They are huge.
I think we got stats
Oh, do
coming
we?
in on the text. Maybe we can squeeze those in. If y'all want to stick around with us here at the end of the game, we will give the full game stats for you as Tanner hands this one off and the running back is hit again, but we don't care really at this point. 30 seconds to go in the ball game. That should do it.
Let's go stat-wise. Rushing had 30 rushes for 151 yards. We are 15 of 18 for 266 yards, 5 tutties.
Swish, they're going to run another play here.
There, we're going deep.
As Tanner, that's not Tanner. This is the Mandalorian.
No, that's a fourth. That was Quinn Mahoney. Not often you see number 83
at quarterback
running the ball. So that'll wrap it up for us.
It will. And go ahead and let's finish these stats.
I think I did.
Oh, you got them all in? Okay. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us here at this Charleston Southern Buccaneer football field where the Oceanside Land Sharks begin their crusade towards the state championship by winning over Lizard Man of Lee Central, the Stallions. And the final score here is going to be 42-0 next week. It looks like it might be against Woodland. And did you tell
Woodland's
us?
up 21-14 right now.
And where's the game going to be?
It's going to be either at the CCSD Stadium at Wando or at North Charleston.
All right. Well, check it out and find out when. But if you can't be there, join us. And this is Robert Brunson for our whole full crew tonight. Chris Swisher, of course. Scott Kraftchick. Mark has been able, if not superior,
We need to get a nickname from Mark.
for Neon Dion.
Mark Rokos. We'll have to get Rokos a new nickname. Then, of course, Buddy Bean here to my left as well. Thank you, Buddy.
And we thank you all for joining us. Have a great weekend.
One more thank you to Mex One. See everybody next week.